Hi Scorpio, welcome to your new love reading for January. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Love Your Self-Worth. Love and support to her. Stop by, check her out, show her some love. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. This could also be a new development in a current situation. For those of you that are already partnered, it could be just a new development coming into play. All right, what do we got, Scorpio? Happy New Year and Happy New Decade to you. Scorpio. New love. Okay. Now we got the Hangman. Okay. The Hangman. Okay. 5 of Swords. 9 of Wands. Hermit. So we got 4s. So we got 3, 4, 5. And we got 2 9s. Interesting. 2 5s, 2 9s. Okay. See who we're dealing with here. Alright, you're kind of caught in a cycle here. What's going on there? What's your cycle? Right there. That's for Scorpio. King of Swords. Oh, get it? Okay. Ha! Oh! Okay, so this is somebody... Oh, hallelujah. I'm really hoping this is somebody new. Are you transitioning out of something because you're like, I've given up on a situation, new year, new, motivations, things like that, and I'm really working on kind of getting through and getting away from something? Like, so you do meet somebody. It looks like it's somebody that you are... Because you're still secretly kind of dealing emotionally, at least, with a past situation. But you are open to new people, and you actually do meet new people, particularly, or one in particular. It could be male or female, but so it could be, let's see, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces. But very well could be online you meet this person, or it could be somebody that you kind of know for a while and you find very trustworthy and just really you feel safe with them, because that's about all you can handle right now while you're still kind of dealing with this person that is on the way out or that you've walked away from. Some of you still might be involved physically with that person. That complicates things, just saying. All right, what's this 5 of Swords? You know that. This is 5 of Swords. This is 5 of Swords for Scorpio. Wheel of Fortune, there it is. The back and the forth and the negotiating and trying to decide. And okay. What's this 9 of Wands here? This 9 of Wands. So here's the, okay. 8 of, 8 of Wands. Okay. It says Hermit here. What's this Hermit? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. This is similar to, I think it's Libra? I think it might be Libra. I can't remember, but this is all about your, like, okay. Your attraction is divided. What's this Death card about? The Star, also boobies. Everything is better with boobies. What's this 5 of Cups about? It could be Scorpio. This could be Aquarius. What's this 5 of Cups? Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. Man, January seems to be the month across the board for people leaving and starting anew, but then they're still processing the dregs of it. Like they just left, so they're still dealing emotionally with the leaving. And I kind of see that here. This feels like you got an opportunity with someone else that could be into it. This is someone that's not going to, do anything unless you let them know, hey, there's room at the inn or whatever. Bad analogy, but that you're interested, because they don't want to compromise anything and they don't want to crowd, and they don't need to. This is someone that is not like been waiting for you and pining away and all that. This is someone that is enough of themselves that they're available if you are available, and they'd be into it, but they're not going to pursue anything because from their perspective, it looks like you're not ready. So there could be like a kind of a physical situation going on with them, but it could be very intermittent. You're still dealing with the emotions, and some of you might even be still dealing physically with your person that you left a while ago, or that you're trying to transition out of, and you're trying to move away from. You still might be kind of dealing with that, just not in a committed way. Like, okay, you still meet for that occasionally, that physical connection occasionally, but you're not under any obligation to them. Not like maybe you felt like you were before. This could be that it's complicated. This is complicated. You're trying to progress and move, and you've been working on it. You've been soul searching. We got this here. We got the Five of Swords. We got the Hermit. You've been trying to figure out ways to distance yourself, but you still have the door a little bit open for that past person. But the difference this time is you are actively putting yourself out there for other things. But again, this is complicated because are you really? Are you just going through the motions? Because you've got someone that you meet that is pretty straightforward, but it looks like that throws you kind of into this quandary because you're like, oh, wow, I've got somebody available. Oh, I think I want the person that's not available. You're trying to break old patterns, which, the New Year is an incredible inspiration for that. So good for you. So this is you're just kind of going through the motions. And you do meet somebody, but it looks like you're not, it's almost like the fact that they're available. You're like, whoa, I don't know if I want that. I think you're kind of, you're pulled. You go this way a little bit, then you go this way a little bit. And you go this way a little bit, you go this way a little bit. What's this King of Swords about? Oops. All right, so that was going to jump. That's a Seven of Wands. Okay. King of Swords. What's this King of Swords about? Here's the thing. Chariot, that could be Cancerian. Your past, this is so similar. Who is it? Is it Libra? I can't remember who it was, but your past person is not going, or the person you've been dealing with, that you kind of been dealing with on the down low, they're not going to let go. They're not going to call it. They're not going, they're going to be, and as soon as you start to get out of reach, they're going to all of a sudden turn on the charm and this and that. You're going to have to be the one to definitively, like no nothing, no anything, not even friends at this point, because any connection with them really, really affects you, and it makes you unavailable for other options, other choices, other people, other events, gatherings, everything. You get really focused on that situation or that person again. And it's got to be black or white with them. You've got to, for the Scorpios that I'm dealing with, or reading for, it's going to come down to you setting the hard and fast boundaries, and you deciding and putting yourself first and being like, you know what, my self-respect and my emotions and my everything is worth more than intermittent connection with somebody that just can't bring themselves to commit or be available to me or be reliable. All of that. And it's bigger than them. What you're dealing with is bigger than that person. It's your own issues of self-worth. It's your issues with something from the past. There's something that you're kind of trying to figure out. So it's like you're trying to separate from this person, as well as kind of figure out why you keep choosing or being attracted to somebody that's emotionally unavailable, that only wants a physical connection, that kind of affects you like that. So it's twofold. And if you don't establish and maintain firm boundaries, you're going to keep going back and forth, and round you go. So because this person is not available for you, and then guess what? You're going to be that to somebody else, because you're still kind of waiting on someone, and they're still waiting on someone, and so it's keeping you from, the short story is it's keeping you from being available, and you really need to maintain those boundaries, and put yourself first. And you can't, whoever you're dealing with, for the Scorpios I'm reading for, you can't have a friendship with them. It complicates it every dang time. You get enough distance from it, and then here they come, and you engage. Either start talking to them again, or, and it's like, no, it's just that you can't have a friendship with this person because they're always going to cross the line. They're always going to overstep, and even if you put a stop to it, it will still really affect you, and it's going to keep you from being able to connect with someone else. You've got someone else that is ready for forward movement. They're pretty straightforward, pretty uncomplicated, but they don't want half of you. They want all of you. That is going to prove to be too much for you for the month of January, at least. That someone is going to be fully ready, and you're going to be like, whoa, hey, whoa. So you've got the distraction and the connection that you want from someone coming in, but it could be male or female, but you're not ready for it like you think you are, because you're still, for some of you, it could be you're still waiting on a person you've been dealing with to finally come through. For others of you, you're still emotionally connected to that person and you're trying to sort through that. So it's a process, and you're doing, you're working on it, but you're going to have firmer boundaries. You're going to just have to, it's going to take some mental discipline and decisive action, and being like, no, I can't even text you. You got to give me 6 months, or I'm sorry, I have to block you. I can't do this. You can't no. And that's for Scorpio. For Scorpio. King of Wands. Yay, putting yourself first. Queen of Cups, King of Wands. Putting your emotional needs and you at the forefront. Putting yourself out there, taking charge of your life, your emotional health, your boundaries. This is self-love with someone coming in and wanting all the things. This could be you too actually moving towards them, but just not opening up emotionally yet, because you're like, I'm kind of messy garbage where that's concerned, but I do want somebody to go to the movies with, or I do want somebody to Saturday, farmer's market, or I don't. My analogies always are off, but someone to do lots of stuff with. But this is not somebody that you're willing to get emotionally involved with. They're going to be kind of somebody that is just, you're going to involve yourself, you're going to push yourself, you're going to want to move towards them to create some distance and to see what else is possible, because you're getting to the point where you're just like, you're going to realize that you're going to have to take your boundaries and your emotional interests and best interests emotionally into your own hands. That nobody's going to do it for you. And part of that, I think I said earlier, is part of you, the allure of this person from the past, and what pulls you back in is the wish or the fantasy that maybe because of the connection that you have with them, that connection translates into them being able to fully understand you, the only one that could ever understand you, and therefore they have your best interest. It doesn't translate into that. So just because you feel that deep, abiding whatever with them does not mean that they have your best interests at heart. It would be nice because they kind of have a roadmap to you, but that's your job. So this person that you're meeting offers new perspective, and it looks like you're going to be doing and dealing with them a lot, but just not connecting emotionally because you're just not ready for that. But they're okay with that. They're okay with that. They're enough of themselves to where they're like, well, I like spending time with you, so here we go. It looks like you've made the turn, though, and you're deciding that, I'm not waiting anymore, and I'm putting myself first because you're not going to. And I didn't finish my thought there. What I was going to say was part of that is you give up that part of yourself for somebody else. For the Scorpios that I'm reading for, there's a tendency for you to equate that instantaneous or that passionate connection with someone being in charge of your emotional well-being, and that's part of your own thing. It's not so much that the person I just keep choosing emotionally unavailable people. Yes, but it's because of your own imprint from a long time ago, not because people are crap. You know what I mean? So you're kind of sorting that out, and you're starting to look at your own imprinting from a while ago rather than just wanting this person to kind of be better. You're starting to realize that you have to be in charge of your emotional welfare. And if that means cutting off connection with somebody that's just not available to you, you're starting to look at, okay, maybe I'm willing to do that. It's tender and it's raw and it's new, but you're starting to look at it. And it's because you're willing to look at, why do I keep picking the same people? Not that people are just crap and there's nothing out there. It's no, why do I keep picking emotionally unavailable people? Or why do I pick people that I get immediately invested physically in, but then I'm always left wanting? Starting to parse that out. And this person, whoever this new person is, male or female, they really do show you a different perspective. They keep you busy. Honestly, this is someone that likes to do lots of stuff and go here and do that and talk about that. This is someone that's very intelligent. You're going to be pretty like, wow, I've been so busy kind of mired in the connection and kind of navigating this, dreary or this really mysterious situation with this person. And I got somebody that's pretty straightforward and is actually very interesting and likes to do a lot of stuff and is into me. But again, you're just going to be like, oh, don't trust it yet. You're going to have your guard up. And that's okay. They're actually going to be surprisingly okay with it. They'd rather know what they're dealing with than for you to be kind of coy and try to be alluring. They're like, no, I just want to know where you're at. Are you still mad? Okay, good. I'll see you next Saturday. Pick you up at 7. You can be mad. That's for Scorpio. Life, life is speeding up. Yes, because the first thing is you starting to make the turn and being like, I need to look at why I choose this, and the reason why I choose this has to do with my imprinting. So you're starting to turn the ship around, and then you're going to also be meeting someone who is busy. They're ready to go. Whoever this is, they're ready to go. So you're going to be like, okay, you know what? I will do that. I will meet you here. I am going to do that. I want to get out there and get after it because I can't stay stuck here forever. So you're starting to make the turn. And you do have somebody new coming in. They're into it, but they're not going to try and rush you or convince you. They don't want you compromised. They want you to be into it too. I like that. I like whoever this is because they're just very straightforward. This isn't someone that's just kind of wanting to... No, this is someone who knows who they are. They got a lot to offer. And they're very self-assured, this person. Whoever this is. That's for Scorpio. That's for Scorpio. New love for Scorpio. 5 of Swords. What? No. Yeah. Sun reversed. Okay. So yeah. 5 of Swords. No, sorry. The Sun reversed. 5 of Swords and Sun reversed. This is a bit of a funk because you're beginning the turn. You're kind of working out how to separate, how to disengage. And it's not so much that you're just hoping they'll respect your boundaries. No, you're realizing you're having to take a hard stance on this, and you're also having to do your due diligence of looking at your choices and your mental health or your emotional health and doing what's best for you and setting and maintaining those firm boundaries. So a lot of epiphanies are happening, a lot of busyness because this person that you're going to want to hang out with or that's going to want to hang out with you, and you're like, you know what, I will do it because I need to get out of the house. They're going to keep you busy. And it might feel like things are still going to be fun and you're going to be smiling and whatnot, but you might feel a little blue inside because the more fun you have with this person, the more you realize the door is starting to close on this other situation. Some of you are more ready for that than others, but there is kind of that bittersweet finality that we all feel. So just know that might be part of it because you're doing the things, you're making the decisions, you're making strides, but there's a bittersweetness to actually making progress here. So, okay. All right. Did I do? I did everything. Okay. Okay, Scorpio, you keep your head up and you keep busy. And you say yes this month. You say yes to the new person. To the new person. Okay. I hope this was helpful. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you for stopping by. All right. You take care.